occurring. Those prior eruptions involved as many as 44 lava fountaining episodes, and with the 12th beginning at 7:30 EM local time on March 4th and occurring solely in the southwest corner of Kilauea's summit caldera, the current eruption has now tied the number of lava fountaining episodes the 1969 to 1974 Mauna Ulu eruption experienced. Episode 12 of the ongoing eruption was intermittent and weak for its first 7 hours, occasionally sending weak lava flows beyond both of the erupting vents. Increased sustained activity began at 2:00 p.m., with lava fountains progressively increasing in height over the next 2 hours. After the majority of Kilauea's downdropped block was covered by a layer of fresh lava that made it 2.5 meters or 8.2 feet shallower than it was beforehand, eruptive activity declined until it ceased the following morning. This represented Kilauea's longest eruptive episode of 2025, and now we are expecting episode 13, perhaps even with similar height dual lava fountains, to begin between March 11th and March 13th. Yakedake unrest, meanwhile, in Japan. On March 4th, the alert level of the Yakedake volcano was increased from green to yellow in response to both the detection of summit ground deformation and an elevated rate of earthquakes. Yakedake is a mainly andesite stratovolcano located 35 kilometers west of Matsumoto in central Japan. While some people live on the outskirts of this volcano, it is noteworthy for having a history of producing unexpected and sometimes even almost impossible to predict phreatic eruptions, such as what occurred in 1995. Unlike many other volcanoes in Japan, earthquake swarms at Yakedake in historical times have been associated with preceding a volcanic eruption during the last 75 years, a double-digit percentage of the time. Hence, why there is currently a warning to people within 1 kilometer of its summit where the inflation and earthquakes are occurring. This summit area is littered with a dozen distinct eruptive vents, primarily explosion craters, that have been generated by eruptions during the last 2,500 years. While a phreatic eruption has not occurred here since 1962, people should be cautious and, in my opinion, avoid at least a 1 kilometer area around its summit. And in Costa Rica, this week saw a brief and weak phreatic eruption occur at the Turrialba volcano Poas and Turrialba eruptions on March 3rd, its first since 2022. However, what was more notable was the fact that increased eruptive activity is occurring at the Poas volcano, with some days in its